everybody. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for joining today's session in this webinar series called, Go Further with Zoho CRM. My name is Vagdevi Ravishankar, and I'm part of the user education team in CRM. And my team and I will try and navigate you through everything that is useful and new in Zoho CRM that was introduced over the past year. Today's session will be specifically on how you can engage with your customers better. I will quickly hand over, the mic to Sharanya, who will address you about how you can engage with customers better in CRM today. Over to you, Sharanya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vax. Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible, and I'm going to share my screen, please. In a show of hands, please let me know if you can see my screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar series, What's New in Zoho CRM. I'm Saranya. I'm from the CRM marketing team. Today, we are going to be looking at new features and enhancements released in Zoho CRM that will help you go further in customer engagement. Customer engagement. Being in the business, I think you'd all agree when I say customer experience is changing the business landscape in a massive scale, right? That said, one of the important ingredient of a customer experience is to have a great customer engagement strategy. How consistent you are, how responsive you are, and how contextual you are different parameters that will enrich and determine your relationship with your customers and your customers' loyalty in return. Zoho CRM is equipped, knowing this requirement. Zoho CRM is equipped with different channels. It has emails, it has calls, it has social integrated, and this omni-channel potential of Zoho is already there. But whatever I'm saying right now, up till now, is only about communication. But customer engagement is even more, is far and beyond more than communication. You'd all agree, right? So a customer engagement starts when you start to know about your customer, who your customers are, who your target audience is. And for that, we'd be looking at new features and enhancements that will help you identify those targeted customers, in the final granular detail. Under the section called segmentation, we have two minor enhancements. We'll be looking at the agenda in quite a while. And up next, we'll have 4 cool features under communication, the essence of customer engagement. And up next, we've segmented, we'll be looking into the communication part, and next will be the measurement part. You would also want to know if your efforts are fruitful, right? If your engagement efforts are fruitful. So that completes the cycle of customer engagement. And if it is something you have in your business, it's a secret recipe for success. These are the list of new features or / enhancements we have added in the recent past to Zoho CRM. It ranges from minor enhancements to a big feature of big impact. So with no further ado, let's get started with segmentation. Segmentation, as you might all know, is a process of classifying your customer records, your database, based on different attributes. You can, the popular techniques are segmenting your database based on demography, based on, behavior, based on patterns, and so on and so forth. In Zoho CRM, we have equipped segmentation with RFM technique. It's called recency, frequency, monetary values. How recent is your customer's purchase? How frequent are they purchasing, and how much of a monetary contribution, how much of a monetary value they are contributing. Based on these attributes, you can segment your customer records in your Zoho CRM. We are going to be looking at 2 new enhancements. We have added a new criteria to the contribution module. About what is the contribution module, about what is a segmentation module, we'll all be looking at it in the demonstration. I'm just taking you through the enhancements, and as I demonstrate, it will be easy for you to relate. The next enhancements we'll be looking at is the modules that we are bringing in from the Zoho Finance Suite. So let's get into the demonstration. Here's a list of records that you can see. Segmentation is present inside setup, automation, and segmentation. So I'll be getting started. So as you can see, we have segmentation module here. Segmentation modules are nothing but your customer information. It has all information that points to a customer. Say, for example, a people information, if I can say, leads, your prospects, contacts. It can be your prospects and customers' accounts, their business information, vendors, your partners, and applications like registrants and so on and so forth. Applications here is a custom module, so you can even segment your custom module. So, for an example, let's segment deal turnovers. I'm going to analyze slow turnovers that uh, that are observed, right? I'm going to observe slow turnovers in my business, and I'm going to choose all my contacts. I'm going to consider all the contacts into account. What is a contribution module? A contribution module is a module that contributes for that segmentation. It is like a denominator value. You use different modules, like if for contacts you can segment using the deals, using the meetings they've had, cases, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to use deals for the sake of example. So this is where our first enhancements come into the picture. So erstwhile, until now, you were only able to segment based on the module. That's it. It was still a segmentation, but it was the limit of capability back then. After this enhancement, we have introduced they have brought in criteria into the contribution module, which means you get to segment your customer database, your contacts, based on deals that has a specific attribute. Say, for example, sales cycle duration. I'm going to segment my contacts whose deals have crossed 200 days. So for my business, it is a slow turnover. So I'm going to, I'm going to identify all those records. I'm going to separate them, and I'm going to devise a powerful customer engagement strategy. It can be a marketing campaign. It can be, giving them more collaterals, whatever be it. So the first part of for the first step for a good customer engagement is talking to the right people. And this granularity in the segmentation, this enhancement to the segmentation will add that value to you. So this is how you can, use this criteria. And what is the second enhancement we were talking about? You all might have known our Finance Suite. Zoho has a range of products, and one among them is a bundle called Finance Suite. It's got different products like Zoho Books, Expense, and so on, right? So Zoho CRM efficiently, seamlessly integrates with those bundle. It has more information than you can have more information, like back-end business backed information in there. So in addition to the native CRM modules, if you have more information about in your invoices modules from the books, you can still use them. That is the second enhancements we are going we just saw. So in addition to the native modules, you will get to look at the modules coming in from Zoho Books, like modules like estimates, invoice, and sales order. These are substantiate information that you can use to segment your customer database. And after that, you can label scores. You can label your different segment categories, and segment them and devise your strategies. So this is the two enhancements that we just saw in segmentation. We added a criteria to the contribution module. We included modules from the Finance Suite for a finer, granular segmentation. Up next, we have communication. Communication is the essence of all business, that we all agree. It is an ever ongoing process. It is a constant process that is happening right from prospecting till conversion and advocacy. It stays there through the lifestyle, through the lifetime of the customers. But not all communications are the same, right? The intent of the communication, the context of the communication varies based on these pipeline or the stage your prospect or the customers are traveling through. So based on that, we are going to be looking at 4 different features. And to get the context, we have we have bucketed different types of communication. Uh, let's look at the stage pipeline, sales pipeline, for example. We have lead generation. During lead generation, we'll have different types of communications, right? You want to know about your leads. This is the first step you're going to take towards talking to them. If it is an inbound lead, this is really the first impression that you're going to make with your prospects. So that said, you want to know more about them, and then contact them. So for that, we are offering LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We brought back LinkedIn Sales Navigator last year. And up next, we have built-in telephony. Next to email, calls is something businesses heavily rely upon. You would agree. It is a tool that you can rely for on-demand and on-the-go communication, both for your business purposes and even if customers want you to reach you at the moment. Calls are the great way to go for. So we have built our own telephony within Zoho CRM. We'll definitely going to be looking at it. And up next, we have Zia's Next Best Experience. It is an AI-powered predictive suggestion that will help you choose the right channel, the right mode of communication. And at last, now that you've converted, congratulations, you've got yourself a customer. And the customers would like to, access your business. And the first interface between your customer and your business is the portal invite that you'll be sending to the customers, right? So that is the first impression, and you get to personalize it. And that is the 4th update we are going to look inside communication. It's called the portal invite customization. So let's get started with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator, as you all know, is a powerful tool. It's a popular tool that's available in the market that shows different professional insights about your leads, their accounts, and their behavior. It shows their interests. So knowing their interests, you can actually devise great strategies. For example, if your lead is also a sports enthusiast, you can start a conversation in such a way that they'll be responding. It truly gives you ways to open up for personalized communication, so strategized communication. So these one upon integration, you can see different insights like these inside a record as related lists, and you can also look at information as you type in the LinkedIn, in the sales inbox interface. Let's quickly go and look at how the Sales Navigator works inside Zoho CRM. So for the sake of this demonstration, I have already created a lead record using my name set. It is there in the related list. So this is where you will have all the details about the lead listed here. So as you can see, the information from LinkedIn has been populated here. I have a number of connections, where I was working, what are my interests, and for more information, I can always go and view in the Sales Navigator. It shows my entire profile like this. If I have added any of the leads that I can also access using the leads accounts module present inside the Sales Navigator. I can achieve messaging right from the Sales Navigator here. Right, I've already communicated with this particular fictional lead. So, which by the way, you can also do from your CRM, right from your CRM. As you can see, here is the latest message that Saranya had sent. So I'm going to send her a copy of the latest brochure. And Hi there. I'm just going to send. For the sake of this demonstration, I'll be responding from my mobile device, and let's see how it is, how the conversations are going. So I've got a message from Harriet Nicholson saying thanks for the brochure, and this will ideally be reflected inside your say LinkedIn Sales Navigator and in your inside your CRM, right? So even then, you can look up similar informations like about a contact or account. So in here, you can see how I have looked up Zoho already. I have an account called Zoho, and I've looked up, and I have more information about. I get more insights about Zoho here. I can see who are the decision makers. How different types of personas are there. How are the buyers' intent, and what are their activities? How they've grown up. So we'll get more information about it and actually plan a good customer engagement strategy based on knowing who they are and what they do. So this is about Sales Navigator, LinkedIn Sales Navigator in Zoho CRM. So I really appreciate you all to try this and give it a try and let us know. Up next is built-in telephony. Built-in telephony, it is our homegrown call infrastructure. Um, you all know since the last 7 years or 8 years, we have about 150 plus telephony vendors, but not every customers have their own subscription to different vendors available, right? There are challenge of geography, there is challenge of maintenance and subscription. So we decided why don't we just build let the user let the administrator of the uh, company build themselves a phone connection all for themselves, so that there will be no dependencies of the outside vendor, and easy management can be achieved, and most importantly, your data is safe with you, secure, right? So that is the highlight when it comes to built-in telephony. Let me quickly take you to a demo as to how it will look inside the CRM. So telephony, you can access telephony from the setup, channels, and telephony. So this is how it will be. You can, if you want to integrate with vendors, you go to Marketplace, or if you want to set up a brand new telephony all for yourself, set up now. And you have to buy a number, and the number, I'd like to say the numbers, we have partnered with Twilio, and this has been built upon Twilio. So the numbers are being sourced by Twilio, basically provides us the number. So here I'm going to choose United States. You have basically three different types of number types. It's local, toll free, and mobile. So it's up to your preference, and the region, based on the region, you'll have different phone numbers available. So I'm going to choose one and just go next. Just as how you maintain your CRM subscription, right? Just as how you maintain CRM subscription, you're maintaining your phone number is as easy, because it also has the wallet system. All you have to do is recharge your wallet like a prepaid mobile phone, like you do for your prepaid mobile phone, and start using it. All your activities will be charged based out of your wallet, and you will not pay postpaid. So I have a local account where I've already added telephony credits. So let's look at how it will look inside after the purchase. After the purchase, this is how it will look like. So you have two options, like configuring. You have to configure the incoming call routing. You have to say Zoho CRM as to what to do with the incoming calls. So you have to configure this. You can either directly associate to a user, or configure an IVR menu, and you can have you know up to 9 menus based on the when like you have your dial pad, and you can designate like press 1 for do this, press 2 do this, and all that. And you can send to voicemail, and you can configure voice configuration, different configurations queue your calls. Like um, you can queue maximum about 25 calls at a time, and you can record your calls, right? So these are essential call management options that any business should have in order to achieve on-demand communication. So this is the incoming call configuration. With respect to outgoing call configuration, if you're a customer service, especially if you are a customer service uh, based business, you might have to do a lot of outbound calls, but you don't want to, display your phone number. You want to mask your phone number. In that case, you can add users who are eligible to make the calls, and you can, mask the number with custom caller ID and so on. So you, even for outgoing call, you can choose to record your calls. So like how you have for each number that you own, for the maintenance and for the calls that you receive and for calls that you make, all like how it is charged. Even for recording, you have to add credits. Basically, you will get about 1,000 free minutes, and post that you'll have to upgrade, right? Upgrade. So it is as easy as that, and you can um, all do all by yourself. And once this is done, it's not all. Once this is done, you can manage calls on the go. Right from the record, you can see how you can call your lead, and you can check all the calls that are in conversation right now. If you're a manager and you would like to know if your agents are busy, and which of your agents are busy and which are not, and which are taking a long call. If it is a long call, you might want to look at yourself, because it might be an escalation call, or you can view calls in queue. So this will help you prioritize between which calls to pick, and you can directly answer from the call bar feature right away there. So that's with built-in telephony. In this slide, we have appended our health documentation, and we did have our price breakup for different countries and with different number type appended. A link of that will also be shared in the meeting interface. Um, Up next, we'll go to Zia's next best experience. As you all know, Zia is our artificial intelligent assistant. It is a very versatile AI bot that we have. It has different capabilities. It predicts, it recommends, it suggests. It also talks to you. It brings in information. It is a conversational AI. More about Zia and its intelligence and its usefulness with respect to different business scenarios will be discussed in tomorrow's session. Today, we are going to just see about next best experience. Right, next best experience, when you say, uh, um, it is a great suggestion that Zia offers. It is a prescription, rather, Zia offers for each record in the deal. It will give you different cues as to what is the best mode of communication. See, for each deals in transit, it goes through different stages, right? From identifying decision makers to negotiation, to conversion, to closed win. Or the intent of all these stages will be different. Deal pipeline is itself, when you get your lead, to create your when you create a deal for your lead, it has become, you're solidifying your relationship with this prospect. That means every other conversation, every other ascension through the say the pipeline is as important as conversion itself, the final conversion itself. That said, you have to have a clear mode of communication. Zia will be there, right there with you, pointing out which is the right mode of communication, what is the good time to talk, and what is the activity that you can do. Say, for example, let's look at the image. That's easy. So this is a deal record of Zilka, and you can see it is in the decision making stage, and we have a widget here that Zia is displaying, asking the record owner to schedule a demo with James Merced from Zilka on Monday at 7 a.m. These are fine insights that Zia gives you to, for you to provide great experience at each step of the way, each step of their pipeline. So you can see schedule a demo as an action that Zia is suggesting. It is also hinting as to whom you have to contact with regards to this deal. Yeah, because Zia identified James to be the decision maker, and when will be the possible good time to for this to happen, because Zia understands your data, and it also would nudge you, will give you a prompt as to uh, create a meeting. So this is the next action. That is the best course of communication that you have, that you can do, and it will also remind you of the last activity you had with the with the contact. But you might also think as to it is relevant to some one other product, one other suggestion of Zia that we have in Zoho CRM. Yes, the best time to contact. How is it different from best time to contact? The best time to contact is also a suggestion. I would say it is a suggestion. It deals more with productivity, right? Zia basically studies. I mean, no, it knows your database. It knows your behavior. It knows how your business, patterns go, like a back of the hand. It is very good when it comes to pattern recognition or behavior correlation. So based on its analysis of the past records, it will compare and contrast. For when it comes to best time to contact, it will understand what are the favorable times a particular record is responding historically, and it will suggest the right time for leads and contacts. For it is basically for you to plan your day, right? But when it comes to next best experience, it is a complete package. It offers different insights. I mean, it nudges you to do different things in order to make a lasting memorable impact in each step of the way in your deals. So this is how NBX and the best time to contacts differ, but both are being done by Zia. NBX is for the deals module alone, exclusively for the deals module, and you'd also have more activities coming up with regards to NBX in the coming days, right? That's it. We have segmented. We looked at Sales Navigator. We looked at telephony, built-in telephony. We looked at Zia's next best experience and its ability to contribute to a customer engagement. Now we have portals. Portals is the self-service avenue you have in Zoho CRM. It is when your users can access your CRM for to view the different product offerings that you provide, or if they have a need to create or update information, they can do all by themselves without depending. This in itself is a great experience for them, because you're inviting them into your business infrastructure. So when you say invite, that is the first impression they are going to have in your environment, and that should be of great experience. So on that note, we have we are providing an enhancement to customize this portal invitation. So you can have different languages in which you can invite. You can have images added to your portal invitation. You can have you can customize different fonts, you can customize colors, you can have all your brand elements you need to make that first best impression. So this is the customization ability of a portal. Let's take a quick look at how it is right now. So portal is there, it's present inside channels, and I've already created a client portal. I'm going to customize portal templates here. There are two types of templates that are available. One is accept invitation. The other one is confirm email address. You can customize both of them. So as you can see, I can choose from different languages that are available: English UK, English, Chinese, Deutsch, so on and so forth. and I can also choose to change the address to whom I wanted to receive reply to. And I have the ability to add images, and I've added one. And I can change the font size. I can change the font color, right? And I can also have my company logo and so on. And all I just have to save template and start inviting users, and the users will get the personalized, customized invitation for them to suit your branding elements. So we have come to the last session of the customer engagement webinar series. It's about measurement. So a customer engagement is a consistent, although a consistent effort, you have to measure it time and again. In order for you to be sure if your efforts are, going fruitful. On that note, for this recent enhancements, we have URL-based web form analytics under measurements, engagement measurements. This is, as you all know, web form is something that you host inside a website to, attract leads, prospects, and leads. And what you also have to know is web form analytics give you a sneak peek into how they behave in your web form. Are they filling their form? Are they filling a form in a particular order? Is there a pattern? Is there are all of them submitting all the fields, or is there any uh, are someone missing? Is there a particular field someone is not comfortable filling? All these are different insights web form analytics would be able to give. And this is the new enhancement. It's called the URL based web form analytics. So when imagine you have a good website, you have different pages, right? You are running a very big campaign to invite, pre-booking of a car, let's say a car, a large car. You are inviting users to pre-book it. And in order for demand generation, in order for ease of accessibility, you are using the same form in different pages. So far, you were only able to get the insights about the web forms as a whole. But in this enhancement, what you will get is like I might have the web form in homepage, I might have the web form in contact us page, likewise in resources or the product portfolio page. In each of the pages, the customer's expectations vary, and so their behavior varies too. So that said, we can see how well that particular form placed in that URL behaves. So let's take a quick look at how you can see them. So web forms is available under the developer space. So these are different forms that I've created. All you have to view is to do is view analytics to look at different insights that we offer. As you can see, it displays number of visits, number of people started, and number of submissions, and number of average time spent. And here's a graph as to how submissions were over time, and how many of them completed the submission, how many partially left off. And there are different field-based statistics. If they are correcting a particular field, or if they are omitting a particular field, or is there a particular order in which a form fields in the forms are being filled, or or all your users or all your visitors are using computers or using tablets, are the because this will help you assess the accessibility and responsiveness of your form. So these are different analytics that web form analytics will show you based on region and so on. But this is the enhancements that we are going to discuss it. As you can see, I have hosted this particular form. Before, erstwhile, you would not be able to see this. We'll be able to see only the overall insights for the form. Now you can see the same, exhaustive list of insights for each site. For this page, at the pre-booking page, this is how the engagement is this is how the customer and the visitors were behaving, and in the contact page, this is how the engagement is. And if it is an undefined URL, if they were using an incognito browser or something, this is how their behavior is, and their average time spent, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, these are the help documents have a good data filled images for your ease of reference. So field correction rate, and so much of insights you can be able to derive from web form analytics. And actually, based on this, you can assess or gauge your engagements, your prospect leading, your first ever engagement that is happening with your business with a prospect. So on that note, we have come to the end of this session. I hope you'd all had a great webinar session for this day, and we will send all the slide decks with all the resources appended to it. We will have a quick summary. We'll have a quick summary as to what we just saw. We saw about how criteria will help segment criteria onto the contribution module, help segment your customer database, and how bringing in finance suite modules in will have, add more context to your segmentation activities. We saw how LinkedIn Sales Navigator can be used to open a conversation with your prospects. We have this next best experience to know what is the best mode of communication at the right time. And we have built-in telephony. We saw how you can do all by yourself. You had the ability to view the autonomy that you had using built-in telephony and portal invite customizations. And at last, we did see about how you can engage. You can assess your engagement based on of web forms based on each URL, to compare and contrast the patterns and behaviors of your prospects. So that said, I'm Saranya signing off. We have our Q&A session. Please feel free to ask all your questions. And I think you'd be already asking all of your questions in the Q&A panel. Please also do take part in the poll that you find that is available in the meeting interface. Good morning and have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharanya. We had quite a few valuable updates shared today, including built-in telephony and next best experience, and the difference between best time to contact and NBX and so on. So roughly, to summarize, starting from when already the CRM system is robust with several functionalities, to address SFA needs, Salesforce automation needs, process management, and so on. In adding to that, across the customer journey, right from procuring leads to nurturing them, reaching out to them, what additional things that people can do today is what we have addressed. So right from LinkedIn Sales Navigator to your engagement analytics on the web form, it's definitely quite helpful. Thanks for sharing those insights. And we have a generic question on the availability of telephony based on region. So perhaps Sharanya or someone, if you could drop a link on the, I think it's already part of the slide deck. Just for clarity, please, if you can drop a link in the Q&A tab, we will. Yes, thanks, Sharanya. So this contains the list of regions where this is applicable. So kindly take a look. Also, please try and implement these features in the product so that you get a hang of them, you get its value, and whatever questions you have even later, you can drop an email to crm-user@zohocorp.com. Are all these new features a la carte, or can they be bundled together? So we have just put these together for this particular session. They don't come as a bundle. These are available in different functionalities. For example, segmentation is already an existing function in Zoho CRM. So this particular criteria-based segmentation is an additional enhancement there. So that is independent of the other features that were discussed in this session. So these were just for us to understand what is latest in Zoho CRM over what is already available. So we'll be happy to provide resources to those existing functionalities that we talked about in this session, along with what is latest. So I have a quick question, Sharanya, and to others in the panel. So when you talk about URL-based analytics, how is it that the system knows? So for example, I may have, consciously embedded that web form on some of the websites, but I found that there is some, if the system cannot recognize which URL, there is an unknown entry. So how does that really work? Can somebody elaborate? How does the URL-based analytics work?
Hello, hi Vax. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So as you inform, if we define the URLs from the known sources, means the URL will be tracked as with the URL names, and all others will be, if we didn't have a definite path, means it will be tracked as undefined URLs. So it will be tracked separately. If you don't have track on those, it will be categorized as undefined URLs.
All right. All right, thanks for that. So the idea is to make sure that you do have an entry of all the URLs, all the pages where you have put the form in. You have to make sure you put that in the system so that you get the perfect statistics, right?
Yes, Vax, yes.
All right. Thank you, Aishwarya.
Also, Vax, to add to what Aishu just said, undefined URL is something that if you remove an existing web form from a particular URL, the insights will still be there, but they will be classified under undefined. Or if it is moved from one location to the other, or the ability to track the URL based the insights before that was available before this ability was introduced, or before you toggled on to track the URL based analytics. That is when you'll have all those remaining URLs classified as undefined.
All right, thank you. So I guess if this is a little lost on our audience, if once you start using this feature, you would probably get into the details. So please give it a try. Thank you.
I have pasted more information about URL-based web form analytics and web form analytics at large. The document of the link of the document in the Q&A session, Vax. Everyone, if you're looking up for it.
Thank you. That should be helpful. So we have someone reporting that they feel very behind. We're sorry to hear that. Of course, the product, we keep adding a lot of new functionalities, and you can find what is new to get a summary of whatever is new in Zoho CRM. We will quickly drop a link here. Please don't worry if you're new to Zoho. We have lots of, functionalities and possibilities that you can catch up with. We will make sure to include certain basic resources your way. And here, you can understand how to get started. With the links and resources we send, you can get started with the system. But to keep up to date with whatever is latest, you can go through. The product has, on the right panel, right in your profile section, you'll have a what's new section where we keep updating whatever is latest and new in the product. So that is how you can keep up. And we'll do our best to bring better resources, more explanatory videos as and when we pack these features. So for starters, please go through the what's new link, and at the end of this webinar series, we will make sure to include a few standard resources that will help you get started with Zoho CRM. So I understand that for the most bit, some of you may feel that if this is an enhancement, that if you're behind or if you did not know the existence of this feature in the first place, And if that is the kind of, if that's what you feel, please don't worry at all. We will try and send the right resources your way so that you can catch up. So we had a couple of people curious about, when we were talking about telephony, whether, we will have India as part of it. So we actually don't. But if there is anything else that the product experts would like to add in this scenario, could one of the experts please elaborate how how they can use the system? What are the alternatives if we are looking for Indian numbers?
Yeah, hi, Vagdevi. So this is Subbalakshmi. Hello, everyone.
Thank you.
So we
Yes.
do not have any Indian numbers as of now. However, you can purchase numbers from other countries and use it within India. And I have shared the list of supported countries on the Q&A session. So you can just have a look at it, and it will have the pricing also for the numbers. So you can just look at the numbers and let us know if you still have any questions.
Perfect. Thank you. So yes, so there are alternatives, and we'll be sure to include this to supported countries, along with our follow-up email here. So and then we have a few more questions coming in. So there is a question about LinkedIn Sales Navigator that one Mr. Sandeep has posted. So he says, I have a question about LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Any individual can use its profile to get the information of the client, or only admin can do this? So can we please answer this question for him?
Sales Navigator, hello Sandeep, thank you so much for this question. Sales Navigator is integrated to your CRM, and as a user, you only have to, you are prospecting all by yourself, so you can contact all by themselves.
All right, thank you, Sharanya. So please keep your questions coming in. We're eager to answer them. So we have a question about a generic question. It looks like you have Zoho Books and Inventory. How do we get the CRM? It is very simple. Please navigate to the, zoho.com/CRM, and you can sign up for a trial. You can, once you have it, you can integrate your Zoho Finance Suite with the CRM as well. So if you find any difficulty, please write to us. We have the email address right here. We have about 5 more minutes. Again, we have a question on telephony. If we buy the number from available countries, then the country code will be theirs? That's the question.
Yeah, that completely depends on the number you purchase. You can purchase a local number or a mobile number or a toll-free number. So if it is a local number, then you can make calls within the country. If it is if the number type differs, then you can make international calls also.
Right,
Yes,
thank
maybe
you.
I will share the help link with you over the Q&A session.
Fantastic, thank you.
Also, Subbalakshmi, to add to what you just said about have different numbers not being available in different certain countries. As I said in the presentation, this number that you get to see, the countries that you get to see are powered by Twilio. So if take for example, India doesn't have different, India does have its own limitations when it comes to trial regulations and so on and so forth. So when the country doesn't allow a particular integration, Twilio doesn't, bring that kind of integration, doesn't display that country. So similarly, if you don't see your country listed in the list of countries to configure your number, it might be probably because Twilio doesn't have them, or there are some regulation when it comes to number governance. So that said, you can always follow what just Subbalakshmi had just said. You can buy another number from another country and start using seamlessly.
Yes, sir. So you're right.
Thank you, both of you. Does the telephony work in Nigeria? So I guess there is quite a list of countries. It will benefit everybody if we to take a look at the link that Subbalakshmi just dropped in order to check the list of supported countries that we have. So we'll be sure to include this as part of this deck itself so that you understand if the desired country is supported or not.
If you are looking for a number which is not listed in the pricing link, you can very well keep us posted on support@zohophonebridge.com. We will check the availability with Twilio and we can keep you posted on that.
So thank you for elaborating that. And that brings us to the end of this session. Actually, we're going to close. So please give these features a try, everybody. Please try built-in telephony. Keep your questions coming. You can even email us on the email address we have mentioned. Again, just to reiterate, a copy of this video recording along with the slide deck and resources will be emailed to you post the series. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one.
Thank you for a great audience. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, Sharanya. Thanks to our panel of experts.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Thank you, guys.